Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. I'm just controlling my power output and input and all this stuff, and the reactors are running. That's not fine, but you can see we are at a relatively low percentage of reactor use because I have hooked up all the ships to the asteroid. I should put on my helmet. And they are parked now, so that should prevent the game from taking up too much power just to see where all the ships are and all this stuff. I did use connectors, although I said I would use landing gears, but that shouldn't hopefully make any difference. The connectors are not hooked up, so it has to do with a lot of discussion about conveyor structures. So conveyors, especially the conveyor junctions, are a source for, the game running into problems. And so what I want to kind of not have is a lot of conveyors around this big structure, and I'm not sure if that will be easy later on, but having all the ships connected up would make the problem even bigger and bigger, because then I would have a really complicated conveyor structure all around the base. So someone saw a frog face in the asteroid, somewhere there, I think. I will use a lot of material to unsee this. he said sorry for discovering that and mentioning it and ruining my space station that way. No, it's not ruined, but I will find ways to maybe cover it up. At the moment, I'm building out the solar panels to power the station and get rid of unwanted reactor use, I would say. But the good thing is these tier 5 solar panels, they take ages to be done, and they take so many solar cells. I need to go out and find some silicon later. I have the feeling, hopefully one of the asteroids out there has that for me. But today I want to start building a structure that I want to bring down to the planet. Something very easy for now, so that we can later upgrade that and make it bigger. That will be one of the things I want to do. So we will not start today, but I want to start a structure to go down there. So the first thing, as always, is I need a cockpit or something like that. Otherwise my systems will just grind down whatever is there. I had to fight against, while building this, I had to fight against the build and repair system to do that. Good. I got another comment that was interesting, kind of. So one thing I always do is I talk a lot. I know that I talk a lot, and sometimes talk maybe too much. Someone mentioned that and said that this is a problem that I have. I, for myself, think that it is not a problem, but we can discuss that, I would say. That's always a thing we should do. Talk less, do more. Problem here for me is always, and you can immediately see that, is that because I am not a native English speaker, I have to think about what I'm saying, and that makes me slower than in the in the other with the other details. Okay, what do we need? We need gyros, we need some thrusters, we need reactors, and we need some atmospheric thrusters. That's what I want to have. I want to have big atmospheric thrusters to be able to work in atmosphere and be stable. I also later want to put in a programmable block with hopefully working script that brings in a way to stabilize steel plate. Okay, I don't have steel plates. To stabilize the whole platform that I want to have later. We will see how that works out. With the solar panels, we can hopefully make these things end up in my connectors sometimes, and I don't know what this is. I cannot remove it, I cannot destroy it, and throwing out will not do anything. So not sure what this is. So yeah, the problem that I have is that building for me is hard while I'm talking. So do I need to address that more? Do I need to do more about that? And maybe, I don't know, get better into the groove and talk less and do more? I'm not sure. You will have to let me know. So I want to have a platform. We will go with a similar thing than that we had with the ship that got the Duchessa out of the ground or from the planet, with large can we maybe bring that up one block? We should be able, so that we can have yes, conveyor connections. So we go out with the same style then, or start with something similar to the ship that brought the Duchessa out of the ground, and first bring that to the surface. Then later we build something that is able to enter the atmosphere, bring down materials to this thing. So maybe we should make it at least a bit bigger. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. And this thing then needs at least a bit of cargo. That's one thing I want to get in. Okay, let us replace this with conveyors. And then use these and a connector, so that I'm able to connect something up to the ship. So next thing that we need will be cargo containers. They will not be filled right now. I want to have them empty, so that the ship at the moment should have not a lot of weight. What I hope is that there's a way to anchor the ship in a certain height, and that the stability program that I want to install hopefully makes it possible, so that we can I'm losing my train of thought. That's the problem. That's you can immediately see where my problem lies. Talking and building is not easy for me. It sounds dumb, and don't know if if some of you understand that, but that's how my dang brain works. So this thing should go into atmosphere pretty light. Okay, the big containers don't have any markings on them. Okay. This station, by the way, I want to definitely build out more and have really parking spaces for all our ships. And this thing I built to see where hopefully the thing that I want to build here on the outside will end up, so that I hopefully can put in an airlock there or something like that, so that we can move between the station and the ship in relative safety. So okay. We will go a bit ham with the thrusters. I don't think that for the beginning I will need the amount of thrusters that I'm putting on here, but if I want to have ships landing on here, or ships yeah, moving into this thing, then maybe it is good to go a bit crazy with that. This thing will later not get back into orbit, so this will stay on the planet, and I will give it away at one point to be anchored and to stay where it is, because I think when I leave the alien planet or something like that, I want it to be anchored. Not sure yet how I want to do that, but that's one thing that I want to have happen. Good. Maybe I want to have some ion thrusters on here, so I can just maneuver it around in space for now. And so we will go with some thrusters on the sides. We can later remove them again. The good thing with space engineers is that there is no real center of mass. So there is one. It shows you a center of mass, but it's not like different setup thrusters that are set up in a certain way will kind of throw the whole ship out of alignment and all that stuff. That's good, because we with the station, with a flying station, I wouldn't like to have that. That would be bad. So, because then I would have to, yeah, really balance it. It would be a challenge, let's say it that way, but it's a challenge I don't want to have right now. Okay, let's get some uranium and start that thing up. So, uranium. I'm not sure how much uranium I will later need. It could be that this is just not enough for later use, but we will see how bad it is. I will use some solar panels on here, some tiered solar panels, to hopefully make it so that hovering is something the ship can do without going for its going for its reactor. That's what I wanted to say. Good. Okay, this works out. We need some gyros on here. Then another good thing is the gyros don't need to be in certain spaces. You can just put them somewhere on the ship. I want to have at the moment a good amount of gyro power. And now we also put in... I want to be able to walk on that thing. So 4. And then hopefully, again, we need a programmable block. I want to put that here. G. Some of you might have spotted it. I brought in another mod. I've even brought in more, but it's not something too crazy. I just want to test it at one point. And our test planet, main test planet, will be the Earth-like planet, so we will go there at one point and test that out. I don't know when. Let me show you it. This is the rail system, a maglev rail system. I want to see how that works. I know that there is ways to make railways now with the normal blocks, and I want to test that. And because we didn't do that for the big blue ship, I got a suggestion how to do that in the big blue ship. I maybe want to utilize that here, because there's long ways on this ship, and having maybe a rail system that leads from, don't know, somewhere down the docks there up to the ship could be neat. And I think I will do something like that here on the station. Hopefully that will work out, but later on. For now, we will build this platform that will go, yeah, down to the planet. One thing I want to have on the bottom is maybe some guns. So PDCs. I would have to make an elaborate rail system, so maybe we can put in some energy weapons. There's the laser 25mm PDC turret, so we might be able to put that thing in, just 2 or so. Let me do something before we do this. I'm starting to save more and more now. Okay, this hopefully doesn't need any connections, but we can give it one. Or I will use a cargo container. So then I still can get to the reactor there. It would be good to later have maybe batteries on the ship or on this thing, but it all depends on the weight. How much weight can we support and all that stuff. So go to the PDC. We want to have the gun because there will be spiders down there, and I brought in let us go for 600. That's enough. Yeah, missiles is okay. Meteors, starships, characters. That's what I want to attack mainly. So there seems to be a fix now for the AI of the spiders, so they should work. But there's also some mods on the... Ooh, no. There's no gravity on this ship. There's only gravity on this ship, and that's... yeah, this kind of... you can see that it Maybe I should get rid of the amount of gravity that this thing puts on. Or not the amount of the... I should shrink the fields down, I have a feeling. Back to spiders. Back to the spiders. The spiders seem to be fixed. So if we go to the surface, they should be a real threat. But there's also fixes on the workshop, and maybe I downloaded some of them. And I want to see if they change something in the behavior of the spiders when we are down there. So I want to make the surface as hostile as possible. So the planet in itself is hostile because it is a planet without atmosphere, and it would be nice to make it even more hostile by making the spiders hostile themselves. So that if there will be pirates down there, there's not only, again, the pirates, but there's also spiders that might attack me and all this stuff. And so I hope this works out in the end. That's why I plan to make the flying ship here. If we would RP this, I should go down there and should find out that there are spiders, and then come up with the idea that I know that there are spiders down there. I don't want to be too meta about it. So noises. Good. This should at least give us... Okay, I just brought the ship a bit forward so it can weld up everything. This, again, this is not beautiful. It isn't supposed to be beautiful. So it is supposed to be... just a starting ground for what I want to do down there. And I hope that these 4 big thrusters are enough to hold that thing up. So for nearly all automatic flight systems, I need thrusters to all sides. So that's what I will do here, and I want to even have some to the top, although normally they are not necessary in planetary gravity because the ship just gets pulled down. But again, automatic flight systems, if we use them, usually, as far as I know, rely on having thrusters to all sides. That so that's why I put these things up here. So there's a clear definition where up is here, and yeah, it will be where this thing comes out. The thing is, what I want to do is I want to later change the whole appearance of this thing. So this is basically a seed I throw down to the surface, and hopefully something that I can keep afloat. And that's why I also want to maybe do this. And then when it stays afloat and when it is hopefully staying where it is supposed to be, then we can extend it, make it bigger, go more to the outside, give it a nice shape. I'm not sure. There's a lot of helicarriers down out there, and I have the feeling we need to have our own there or something like that. I wanted to have the solar panels, and we'll not go for these again. Quantum black solar panels, they They would be absolutely crazy overpowered. I also have these, so I could make really make outer hull into solar panels. I think that would be nice. But let us say the placement of this. Okay, yeah, I need it to be the placement of the station, and the placement on here is relatively nice because sun is relatively straight above the surface. So if we have solar panels that are just looking straight up, they should get enough power for now. Later again we might add Izzy's solar panels or Izzy's solar script. The thing with this is that I first want to establish a relatively stable platform, and I hope that the script I want to integrate makes the whole thing stable enough. The solar panels, by the way, are the reason why I will not start today. That would not be possible because these solar panels take ages to build up. Good. Last thing I want to do is bring in the script, and hopefully the script doesn't do anything in space. So we are not in planetary gravity, so it should be safe. Edit. There is a level script, or how's it called? Better lag of dampness. That's 1 WSX10 auto level. So icons auto level script automatically aligns ships perpendicular to pull of gravity. Flat with the ground, can be used on any ship with at least remote control block and gyroscopes. The remote control is required to get direction of gravity. See, that's what I need. Add at least one remote control gyroscope to the ship. Add a programmable block with script loaded. Edit settings in the script if you want to use a specific remote control or have some gyros available for turning while script is running. Run the programmable block with the argument run to activate the script if the script is turning too fast, slowly, particularly if overshooting wildly. Edit the control coefficient, cove value in the script. The script will only work in a gravitational field as that is used to level the ship. If there are any issues with the script, please raise them and I will try to fix them. So we can even start that up later. So we will bring we will bring in this thing, auto level, copy to editor, check code, compilation successful, okay, and then we can later run it by just going to this here. That is good. Okay, G. I need the remote control on here. We will just put the remote control over here. And then we set up G and set up the programmable block and just say run. Confirm. Oh no, that's maybe not the right thing. Run with default argument. It's the same, but let's better have it that way. So, okay, the thing is now I have to wait for the solar panels to be welded up, and again in the next episode we will start to the surface and anchor this thing somewhere. I hope that's possible, that we can just have it stay where it is. Maybe we can use the autopilot, we might have to have another remote control, and I will edit this to string remote control name. Sets the name of the remote control to orient on. Okay, leave as to use first remote control found. Nice. Double control curve. Sets the turn speed lower, raise if doing turning to slow. Limit gyros sensors to lower than. Okay, the number of gyros you have. If you I have, I think. We have 6 gyros. We will go to 5. Then we still have a gyro that is able to turn the ship later. No, that was wrong. Edit 5. And check code. Okay. I think I will use one of the gyros, one of the remote controls, and this will be the level. Copy that. And then I can use the other remote control to give it some maybe some point where it can just stay. I'm not sure. I think a remote control is not able to do that, so I cannot say remote control just stay here. But I don't know. Maybe there's scripts out there that can do something like that. For now, moving the ship later will happen later, and hopefully then we can use the level script to again keep it so we don't have to we don't have to adjust our not our height, our pitch. I think that's the right term. Good people, but I think that's all for today. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, then please leave a like on it. Give me your opinion how this worked out. I try to do more stuff and do stuff while working. So hopefully that's something you like. Leave me an opinion on that. That would be nice. And I hope to see you, I would say, in the next video. See ya, guys.